Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Taylor, and today I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is that we're about to go and put some brand new tires on my Hellcat. The bad news is that my Hellcat needs new tires. So let's get into it right now and I'll show you exactly why. Alright, I've got the car outside. Unfortunately, I have so much junk in my garage right now. I'm literally tripping over it. I didn't feel like moving it, so I'm going to jack stand the car in my driveway. It's going to look a little redneck out here for a couple of hours. But here's the car. And we're going to be pulling these Nitto NTO 1s off. These are competition tires that have been severely worn. And we're going to be putting on some new tires that I'll show you here in a sec. Here are the new tires. These are Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s in 285/35/20. Hopefully you can see that. I decided to go with the same tires for all four corners. I had them heat cycled through Tire Rack, and these will be a good combo of streetable track, so they hopefully will not wear out as quickly as those. And we'll do a side-by-side comparison real quick of the tires once they're removed. All right, got the car jacked up, bunch of jack stands, so hopefully nobody messes with it while it's out here. And I'll show you these tires I just pulled off. At first glance, they're really not bad. These are the rears and these are the fronts, and I wanted to run them because you can see there's still good tread. There's still a lot of depth to most of these little wear bars. Now, the unfortunate thing is here. So this rear tire, I probably could have ran on the track safely. It's got wear on the inner edge here from the negative camber that car has. It has a 2-inch lowering kit, which kicks the camber out a little bit, but I think I would have been comfortable running that. But the other rear tire has this big slash in it, and I noticed this actually after I finished my last track event. I probably ran over some debris that somebody kicked up on the track, and it just scored this whole tire all the way across. And hopefully you can see, but it's pretty deep, and I just didn't quite trust that. You know, it's not worth rolling the dice when it comes to going fast on the track. The fronts were really good. I was so happy to look at those and see how nice they were until I saw the inner edges of these tires. Again, the negative camber in the front of the car killed these inner edges. This was the passenger front, and you can see there's a pretty good shelf right here, and then the driver's front is terrible. So hopefully you can see the tread used to come all the way out to here like these rears did, and it basically wore on this inner edge so badly that I actually think I see a little bit of threads coming through here, which unfortunately does not, make me comfortable with these tires. It's definitely an expensive endeavor, especially to go through track tires like that. And basically all the life those got out of them were one track event, 50 minutes of driving on a road course. I did 3 passes in a drag event, which these aren't drag tires, but I did it anyways. And about 2,500 miles of street driving, which, they say competition use right on the sidewall. So I should have listened, but I figured they would have been okay, and obviously paying the price now. So that was $1,800 worth of tires that I'll hang on to just for, the hell of it. Maybe I'll put them back on someday just to beat up on them or something, but definitely not safe for road course driving at speeds that we'll get going in this Hellcat. And then the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s are definitely better street tires. They have a harder compound, but they're gummy enough and sticky enough that it should be good around the track. They're good enough for Ferraris and Lamborghinis. They're good enough for a Challenger. So let's get these to the tire shop. All right, I just got back from the tire shop and I wanted to show you guys something that I'm trying real quick. So the rear wheels I have on this car are 20 by 10.5s, and the previous tires I was running were 315 30/20s on the back and 285 35/20s on the front. And the car handled a little bit strange, so I decided to go with an equal width tire all the way around because Michelin recommends anywhere from a 9.5 to an 11 for their 285s. So I mounted one on a 10.5 and one on the 9.5, and you can see this tire probably has another 1/2 inch or more of width to it, just being on that wider rim. You can see the sidewall on the 9.5 kind of bows inward a little bit more. And then the sidewall for the 10.5 really bows into the tread a little bit more, and it should use every bit of the tread on the rears. So we'll see how that works on the racetrack. Well guys, here's the tires on the car. I actually really like the way they look. The Pilot Sport Cup 2 and Michelin are pretty pronounced on the sidewall, and I really do like the sidewall profile on these. The rears that I had on here before, the 315/30s, were a little bit of a smaller profile, so it looks good that they're so even. One thing that I wanted to show you guys, which I'll grab here in a second, I'll grab a tape measure. Should have done this while they were off the car, but I want to measure the difference between the 285 and the 20 by 10.5 and the 20 by 9.5. So I'll go grab the tape measure real quick. Guys, you can see here, just roughly, I've got the inside of the tape measure to the edge of the tread to out here, and it looks like approximately 10.5 inches of contact on the 20 by 9.5. Come back here to get on the ground for this one. But back here, you can see we actually have about, maybe move it this way a little bit, actually have about 11 inches of contact in the back. So about a ½ inch, like I eyeballed when they were off the car. Well guys, let's take this car for a ride and see what the traction's like. Honestly, I don't think the traction is going to be that good yet, just because the tires haven't been scrubbed in on the asphalt. So in comparison to the other tires, probably won't bite as hard to begin with, but we'll get a good benchmark test here, see how badly it breaks loose. So a few minutes ago, I did mention that the previous set of tires handled a little bit weird because I had the big 315s on the back and the 285s on the front. It's kind of a weird phenomenon. As soon as I changed the track width of the car, it started behaving differently when I would get on the throttle, you know, in a straight line. The car actually handled really well on the track, but on the street, if I went for a really hard pull, the back of the car seemed to do a little shimmy. It was just kind of strange, so that's why I went back to having an equally sized tire all the way around. And it is not the lowering kit or the alignment either, because I lowered the car with the factory wheels and factory width tires, and it never made a difference. It was only after I put a wider tire on the back. So hopefully on our first pull here, this thing just goes straight. Well, left two big strips right down the road. This car is fast. Honestly, I've forgotten how fast this car is. I've done so much work to that little Mini Cooper that I haven't felt what an actual fast car feels like in recent times. So it's pretty thrilling. I forgot this thing was so much fun. We'll get another pull in down here. It really wasn't bad, and it went straight down the road. Hopefully you could see that. I wasn't really moving the wheel all that much. It just went totally straight. So we'll try this here again in track mode, or normal mode for me. I always leave this thing in track mode. Let's do a quick pull here. There's a lot of traffic. Yeah, it still leaves strips down the road. I wish you guys could see the rearview mirror. Pretty fun. But it hooks pretty good. Even though they're brand new tires, I'm actually really surprised by the bite. So I'm sure these things are going to be awesome on the track. But we will find that out in just a couple of days here now. Well guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I thank you for stopping by. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up for me and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more automotive content like you saw here today. I will be headed to the racetrack, as I said before, on September 10th, so I should have a video coming out in the days after that of the actual event itself. Within the few days before that, I'll be preparing the car even more, so you'll see some videos for some safety equipment and other little odds and ends before I actually head there. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next video.